What is up, everybody? Welcome to another brand new video. This is Searching for Hits with Eric, and I am Eric. Today, we are going to do a throwback Thursday on a Friday. Schedules were crazy, so I got delayed, but I am excited because I am going to break open this 1989 Topps Football wax pack or wax box. Was heavy into collecting as a kid, right around the time that this was out, and haven't really opened much since. So looking for all of the stars from back then, tons of Hall of Famers, Joe Montana, Steve Young, Jerry Rice, some rookies are in here. You got Bo Jackson, you got Thurman Thomas, the list goes on and on and on. We'll point out some of the big-time cards. A lot of the cards in the PSA 10 go for, 50, 75, 100 bucks. There are some key ones, though, and a lot of them can be found in the traded set. And I have a BBCE Certified, never opened, traded set as well. And I'm going to crack this open and see what those key cards look like, and if they are gradable, we're gonna probably send them in to get graded. And we're talking about the likes of the Barry Sanders traded rookie. That goes anywhere from a couple of $100. I've seen it as high as $250, seen it as low as like $175, $150. But that would be a nice one. There's a bunch of really good ones in there. So we will crack these open. We'll save that for last. So let's get started. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Love to have you along for more videos. If you are subscribed already, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of the results of this box. It was a gift. I don't know the cost, but I'm excited to get into it. So one more time, it is certified that it was unopened by BBCE, Mr. Steve Hart. There you go. So let's break this open. The box itself is in really nice shape. Okay, let's get those packs out of here. And look at that. Absolutely beautiful. So we're going to take those on out. Now this is going to be a bit of a longer video. Some think that, or say that I'm a little long-winded, but with this amount of packs and cards, it's going to take a bit. We'll go through the first few packs, a little slower, and then we'll speed up as we get going. I'm going to take out all of the Hall of Famers. And obviously, any of the top rookies. So pack number one, let's see what the pack looks like. A little bit of a wax stain on that side, and the gum came off clean, which is awesome. All right, pack number one. Got those 1,000-yard club cards sprinkled in each pack, one per pack. And here we go, Gary Anderson. There's the 1,000-yard club card. Gary Anderson. That's what the back of the 1989 Topps football card looks like. Craig Ironhead Hayward. Benny Blades. Got Shane Conlon. Missing a front tooth. Clay Matthews. I never remember if it's Bruce or Clay. I think it's Bruce Matthews. That's the Hall of Famer. Irving Fryer was a great receiver. Eric Martin. Rulon Jones. Brad Muster. Got a couple of team cards. We got the Chicago Bears. We got Pittsburgh Steelers. Albert Bentley. There's Marion Barber. Running back for the Jets. And Joe Montana going back for a pass during Super Bowl 23, where the Niners went on to beat the Bengals. All right, next pack up. Hope everyone's having a great week so far. Looking forward to New Year's. That gum just came apart. No tasting of the gum for me, that's for sure. All right. Our 1,000-yard card is Eddie Brown. Never remember how many 1,000-yard cards there are. I guess it depends on how many players. Mike Quick, as a Giants fan, never liked Mike Quick. Derek Burrows, Jim Arnold. Keith Byers, he was a beast. Did not like him as an Eagle, but he was a great player. Roger Vick. John Elway. First nice card of the video. He actually took a bit of the wax stain right there, which kind of stinks. Centering on it's not bad. So, without the wax stain, I would consider it PSA 10. You know, roughly 40, 50 bucks on the Elway. Centering's probably 60-40 though, so I would not grade it anyway. There's Michael Dean Perry, was a real good defensive lineman back in the late 80s, early 90s. All right, next pack up. Got Jim Scow taking the wax hit. Looking for the likes of Jerry Rice. Would love to find a Rice. There's Ickey Woods. Good running back, known for his touchdown celebration. The Ickey Shuffle. Charles Mann. Tom Rathman was a real nice fullback. Wade Wilson. Mike Munchak. David Grant. Anthony Carter. There's Pat Leahy, longtime kicker for the New York Jets. We'll put that aside for my cousin Joe. Big-time Jets fan. Mark Collins. Good cornerback for the Giants for a few years there. Merrill Hodge. Good dude. I actually follow him on LinkedIn. I'm connected to him. Does a lot of good charitable work. Seems like a good dude at least. Never actually met him in person, but shout out to Merrill Hodge if he ever does watch this video. Which I'm sure he won't, but that's okay. All right, next pack up. Got Eric Dickerson. Liked Eric Dickerson a lot back in the day. 1,000-yard rusher, even with the Colts. Most known for his years with the Rams. We got DJ Dozier, who was actually a two-way player. Played baseball and football. Had a cup of coffee with the Mets, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Cornelius Bennett was a very, very good outside linebacker for the Bills for a lot of years. Ricky Jackson. There's one of the really good cards in this. It is Hall of Fame safety or cornerback, Rod Woodson. And the centering on this is actually really good left to right. But up and down, you're looking at probably a 30-70. But Rod Woodson, Hall of Famer, really nice card. Trying to get a sleeve out, but my sleeves are not cooperating at all. There we go. Anthony Munoz. I want to say Munoz made the... I'm not sure if he's a Hall of Famer or not. Thurman Thomas. That's a great one. Thurman Thomas, super rookie. That one's really well centered. Longtime Buffalo Bills superstar running back, Thurman Thomas. PSA 10 of Thurman Thomas, you know, $50, $60 range. Nothing too wild, but very, very nice card. One of the better rookies in the set. There's Matt Barr taking the gum. Actually, that's the wax stain. Keith Jackson was a great tight end. That's actually Keith Jackson's rookie card. John Kidd, Paul Moyer, and Dave Duerson. Next pack up. Going to stick into this card a little bit. There we go. Oh, it came off clean. Let's see what we got in this pack. Lionel James. Rich Carless. I do not remember him. Stephen Baker. Remember him when he played with the Giants. There's Vinny Testaverde. It's a second year card, I believe. Testaverde had a nice long career. Tony Zendejas. Iandre Bruce, I don't remember. One of those draft pick rookies that just didn't work out. Kent Hull. There's Marty Lyons, longtime Jet. Put that aside. Chris Chandler. Marcus Allen, great running back. Marcus Allen had an awesome career. I believe Marcus Allen is a Hall of Famer. Next up. That gum fell right apart. All right, 1,000-yard rusher of Gary Anderson for the San Diego Chargers. There's Jim Kelly, great quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. Jim Kelly, Hall of Famer, came over from the CFL. Very, very nice card. Get that sleeved up after. And here, speaking of CFL, we got Doug Flutie. Spent some time in the NFL. Really made his name for the Toronto Argonauts. For those of you who do not follow Canadian football, Flutie had a great career in the CFL and a very good career in the NFL. So, Andre Tippett, he was another one, really good linebacker. Steve McMichael, part of that Bears Super Bowl championship. Freddie Joe Nunn, really, really good defensive end. Always afraid this gum is going to be hanging on to like a Jerry Rice or something like that, or a Joe Montana. That'd just be heartbreaking. John Settle. John Settle had a good year, 1,000-yard rusher. Chip Lowmiller. He had a pretty good career. Lasted a good number of years. This is rookie card. Giving a kicker the super rookie. Mark Jackson. Tim Crumry. He was a really good player. JoJo Townsell. See if we can make my cousin Joe a full Jets team set. There's an all-pro card of Mike Singletary, who was a great linebacker. Hall of Famer Mike Singletary. Tim Brown, that's a Hall of Famer. James Wilder, and I know I missed a few earlier. Said I was going to take out the Hall of Famers, put them aside, but I'm just getting lost in opening and looking at the cards. There we go. Giants 1,000-yard rusher, Lionel Manuel. Rick Donnelly. There's Gary Zimmerman. Great lineman. Marvin Allen. Dwayne Beckett. Vesti Jackson, I do not recall. William Fuller. Gary Anderson was one of the great kickers of all time. He lasted like 20-some-odd years. Gary Anderson there. Mark Kelso, safety for the Bills. John Hand and Louis Sharp. Okay, final pack of stack 1. That'll get us about 25% of the way through. All right, we got Kurt Warner. Not the Super Bowl winning quarterback, but that Kurt Warner. Got Eric McMillan. Decent safety for a hot minute there for the Jets. Henry Ellard was a great receiver. Stunt Mitchell, Bernie Kosar. All these names from back in my childhood. Louis Lips, Morton Anderson. There's another Elway, so we're starting to double on up. If you're going to double up, let's go with a Hall of Fame quarterback. Got a Colts team card. Got another Eric Dickerson record breaker. Rufus Porter. And actually, we didn't have a record breaker. We had the 1,000-yard card before. So that was not a repeat. All right, let's see what we got in this pack. Got John Stevens. Looks like he's diving over the goal line there. Instead of going right down the middle, he's going airborne. Cool picture. Ron Rivera, who's now a defensive coordinator, was head coach for the Panthers, now a defensive coordinator, I want to say for the Washington football team. I'm not sure. But Ron Rivera, kind of cool. Wes Hopkins was a real good safety. Got Scott Norwood. Was a really good kicker, but is known for his Super Bowl misses. So Scott Norwood, wide. There's Jim Burt. Andre Reed, very nice. Real good player, Andre Reed. Brent Fullwood. Eric McMillan and Scott Chase. Interception leaders. There's Jerry Rice. It's a little off-center top to bottom, unfortunately. It's like a, I don't know, it's like 80-20, unfortunately, but it is Jerry Rice. One of the big cards to look for in any 1980s set. There we go. Jerry Rice. Really love that card. All right, next pack up. Got Anthony Carter, 1,000-yard card. Bob Freilich. Art Still. There's another Jim Kelly. So we are starting to double up. There's another Doug Flutie. Boomer and Wade Wilson, your passing leaders for that year. There's Boomer. Measures up. Doug Williams. Going shattered in that one. Eddie Brown, 1,000-yard club. Stephon Page was a really, really nice receiver. Ron Rivera again. Wes Hopkins. Norwood again. That was a complete repeat pack. Gary Cobb on the back. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see if I get a little bit better. Bills team card. Gary Anderson, Dean Biasucci, Stump Mitchell, and we are getting a bunch of repeats. Darren Sherry, Tom Rathman, Wade Wilson. think we got our second Rod Woodson coming up. That's pretty cool. Rod Woodson, I believe this is his rookie card. He might have had a card in that traded set, actually. Let's see here. Mike Munchak, Irving Fryer. There's Leahy again. There's the Woodson. That one's actually top to bottom again, just a little off. Sterling Sharp again. That's Sterling Sharp's rookie card, by the way. Got another Lionel Manuel. Buyers. Gonna start seeing a lot more repeats coming up. There's another Testaverde. There's your rushing leaders. Two awesome players. Herschel Walker and Eric Dickerson. It's a nice card. I like that card a lot. Kurt Warner, Jim McMahon, quarterback for the the Bears, excuse me, for their Super Bowl run. Thomas Everett. There's another Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly just keeps popping on up. We'll take it. Chargers team card. There's our first sighting of Dan Marino, and Dan took a little bit of the wax hit there. But Dan Marino, great quarterback. Most seasons, 4,000 yards or more passing. Big Dan. Known for all his years at the helm of the Dolphins offense, as well as being the co-star of Ace Ventura. So, there you go. And there's a Jerry Rice 1,000-yard club card. Like that card a lot. A little bit dark, actually. I just realized. Let me see if I can get the lighting a little bit better. Let's see if that helps. There you go. There's that Jerry Rice 1,000-yard card. Tony Dorsett towards the back end of his career. Phil Simms. Very nice pack. Phil Simms, one of my favorite Giants QBs. Not sure why the lighting is just awful today. Steve Berline, Bruce Matthews. Bruce is a Hall of Famer, I believe. Hassan Jones, Mark Clayton, Tom Newberry. There's the Giants team card. I'm going to take that on out for myself there. Al Toon and Henry Ellard, your receiving leaders this year. I'll put that aside. And the 49ers team card with none other than Joe Montana on the run, trying to make something happen. Dexter Manley. Really good defensive end, Dexter Manley as well. Giants saw him a bunch. Another nice piece of gum coming right off. Herschel Walker, we were just talking about him. Rushing leader. 1,000-yard club. Great player. Went on to anchor the U.S. bobsled team there. And there's Ickey Woods, super rookie. Ickey Woods contemplating how many times he's going to do the Ickey Shuffle that game, perhaps. But it's a cool card. I like Ickey Woods a lot. Brian Bosworth, known for his acting career. Chris Miller. Stephon Page. Fred Smerlis. There's your kickers, your NFL scoring leaders. Kofor and Norwood. Steve Largent. Most yards receiving for a career. Hall of Famer Steve Largent. And Drew Hill. All right, we got 2 stacks left. That's the halfway point of this box. Right at about 25 minutes. So we're gonna try speeding it up a little bit here. Jim Burt, in fact, I might just go 3 stacks and keep the last stack for myself sealed for now, and just open up that, since we do see a lot of repeat cards coming through. There's Gary Reason's first time seeing him, part of that great linebacking core with the Giants in the mid to late 80s. Gary Reasons, along with, of course, Lawrence Taylor, as well as Carl Banks and Harry Carson. Great defense for many years. Leonard Marshall on the line, along with others. There's Mark Clayton, Wade Wilson again, Munchak, Leahy for the 3rd time, I believe. Cornelius Bennett's a good player. Ricky Jackson. Gilbert. Trying to think who we're missing right now. I know we're missing a base Montana. We haven't seen that yet. There's another Rod Woodson. 3rd Rod Woodson. That one actually might be the best. Centering left to right looks perfect. Up and down is about 60-40, maybe 70-30. Not too bad. Munoz. There's Thurman Thomas. Another Thurman Thomas. That one's better than the first one, actually. There's another Testaverde. So we're starting to line up the doubles of some of the Hall of Fame rookies. That's awesome. Chris Spielman, first time seeing Spielman. That was a hot card back in the day. He was a good linebacker. A lot of hype around him when he entered the league. Had a good career. Chris Spielman. All right, Gary Anderson. I feel like that's like the 4th time seeing that 1,000-yard club card. Marty Lyons, first time seeing that one. Marcus Allen, though. Another Allen. There's Jim Kelly for the 4th time now. There's Kevin Green. I like Kevin Green a lot. Mean Kevin Green. Had a great career as a defensive end. Getting those sacks. Outside linebacker they had him listed at. Went on to have a short stint in the WWE as a wrestling prop. He didn't really last too long, but it's always interesting to see players cross over to other sports. John Settle. Again, I feel like that's like the 3rd or 4th time seeing that card. There's Doug Flutie once again. David Fulcher. Max Montoya. Andre Tippett was a really good linebacker. Wesley Walker. I don't think we've seen that yet. Kevin Mack. Merrill Hodge we've seen. All right. Go through these 4 packs, and then we'll get into the unopened traded set. Try and keep the video under 45 minutes, if at all possible. Bruce Hill. Low Miller again. Mark Jackson. I think I put a JoJo Townsell in that pile. There's another Singletary. That's a good one. Keith Jackson. Come on, love to find that Joe Montana. There's Neil Anderson. I actually have that card signed by Neil Anderson. When I was a kid, I used to do those through the mail autographs, and Neil Anderson was nice enough to sign it back, so that's cool. There's Eric McMillan, super rookie once again. Rich Carolus, Stephen Baker, and Jeff Fuller. Hey, we got another Jerry Rice 1,000-yard club card. We'll take that. That's awesome. Stump Mitchell. We got another Bernie Kosar. Lips. Gary Zimmerman. Clay Matthews. Got Herschel Walker, the 1,000-yard club card. Got Irving Fryer again. Mike Quick. Jim Arnold. And it doesn't look like we're going to find... That's Tim Brown again. And Del Pino. So it doesn't look like we're going to find the Joe Montana, but we certainly made up for it with some duplicates of some other cards. Got 4 Jim Kellys, got 3 Rod Woodsons, got a couple of Elways, got a couple of Jerry Rice cards, which is awesome. And we got a couple of Thurman Thomas cards. So, you know, can't complain. We got the big names. Definitely a nice box. And I still have about 8 or 9 packs to open up. I think it's 36 packs come in the box, if I'm not mistaken. So that was 27 packs of 89 football tops. Now, let's take a look at this traded set. Certified factory set. And let's bust it open and see how the condition is. Now, we're looking at a few of the cards in here. I'm most interested in the Barry Sanders and the Troy Aikman. Those are going to be the ones that I'm most excited about, but there's going to be a number of nice cards in here. And there's the side that opens. Try and be nice and gentle. And the cards do look clean. I mean, it was BBCE certified, but you still never know. Those last couple of hangers. And unfortunately, the top cards are dinged. I don't remember what number Barry Sanders is, but let me zoom in here and show you guys. Look at that corner damage on that box. Looks like it goes down at least at least 10 cards deep. I think anything below this point is still potential. But if you look at the cross section right here, those cards are dinged pretty bad. So let's see what cards were in fact affected. And then we'll get into what's not affected. So we got Gary Hogaboom, Carl Sander, Steve Pelluer. There's the back of the card. You got that traded, that lighter look. There's a Jim Harbaugh. That is Jim Harbaugh's rookie card, I believe. No. Let's see what else we got here. Louis Oliver, Bobby Humphrey, Sean Landetta, Dave Meggett. That's Dave Meggett's rookie card. Andre Rison, great receiver. That's his traded rookie. Steve Atwater, Hall of Fame safety. I've seen this card in a PSA 10 go for $40, $45. I'm not sure why the collation is the way it is. They don't send them, it's not in order. They are completely jumbled, which might have saved us because the Barry Sanders is clearly not on top. Steve Tasker, Tim Rosenbach, Al Naga. Come on, where are you, Barry? Don Beebe. Don Beebe, great receiver for a long time with the Buffalo Bills. Some good special teams work. Ernest Biner. Brian Williams. All right, no sign of the Barry Sanders yet. Take the next little cross section. David Williams, Pete Stoyanovich, Gerald McNeil, Jack Trudeau. All right, now these cards in the center are in great shape, so I am hoping that Barry Sanders is going to come out. And here Deion Sanders does. Deion Sanders, probably arguably the second best card, maybe the third best, but that is actually a beautiful Deion Sanders. That is as close to perfect centering as you're typically gonna get. I don't see any corner damage. Got a little fuzz or fraying, which I don't particularly care for. Looks like it's from the cut. Maybe the blade wasn't the sharpest. I'm trying to get this to focus. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's just a little fuzzy right there. We're going to get that sleeved, and we're going to look at it later, though. I'm going to try the cut the corner technique. One of our viewers had mentioned, just to ensure I don't catch a corner on the plastic sleeve. Leonard Smith, James Lofton. There's Rodney Peete. Come on, Barry Sanders, where are you? Jim McMahon when he went over to the Chargers. Steve Young, there he is. That's a nice one. We'll get that sleeved up. And I actually don't have scissors here, so we're going to do the roll to make sure that it's nice and loose. As that was a complete fail. There we go. Slide right in. Steve Young traded. That's a nice one. That's going to be a top 5. Steve Wisniewski. There's Jeff Lageman getting a card in the traded set. And Eric Metcalf. Still looking for that Barry Sanders. Where is it? Keith Van Horn. Not the Keith Van Horn that played for the Nets. Tim McDonald. Gerald Riggs. Todd Mandarich. Danny Peebles. All right, more than halfway through. Still no Aikman and no Barry Sanders. Mervin Fernandez, Cleveland Gary, Flipper Anderson. There's Leslie O'Neal. Barry Sanders, there he is. Protected in the middle of the pack. All right. Let's get this into some protection. I've seen the Barry Sanders go as high as 300 in a PSA 10. I'm actually going to top load this guy because looking at it, just naked eye, it is a really well-centered version of the PSA of the Barry Sanders traded rookie. So let me get it into this plastic carefully. It's a little tough to do from behind the camera. There we go. In that top loader now, nice and protected. Let's take a look here. Centering looks perfect, actually. Corners are obviously good. Just came out of the pack, in the middle of the pack. Centering on the back is within threshold. This is going to be going to PSA. This has a shot. It's got a shot. And that's all we could ask for is a shot. But centering is nice. Corners are sharp. That's going to be going to PSA. Great example of that Barry Sanders traded rookie. Now let's see if we could find an Aikman to match. Frank Reich there. Former coach of the Eagles. Now, I forgot where he is. Jacksonville, I want to say. There's Herschel Walker's traded card when he went from the Cowboys to the Minnesota Vikings. Tyrone Braxton. Steve Smith. There's the Aikman. And the Aikman actually is not as good as that Sanders. Left to right's more like a 60-40. Top to bottom's okay. But that left to right might prevent it from getting the nod from PSA on a 10. Back's not bad. But that left to right's gonna probably stop me from sending it in. We'll see. See who else and what else we have to finish out the Derek Thomas. I almost forgot about Derek Thomas. Sad story with Derek Thomas as he ended up not finishing his career and actually passing away. But great linebacker. You know, he was up there with the likes of LT and many other greats. Awesome sack machine. And that is his traded rookie. Seen that in the PSA 10 go for 60, 70 bucks. So, you know, certainly a top 10 card, I'd say, in the overall set. And we are going to finish it off. And actually the back of the pack, or the back of the box, is not in bad shape. It was just the first 10 to 15 cards that took the hit for the most part. But the rookies, the big names, they're actually in good shape. I'm trying to figure out from looking at the box where the hit was, because the box is actually in pretty good condition, maybe right there. But that will do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I was trying to keep it at around 45 minutes, and we nailed that. I will enjoy opening these 9 packs at my leisure, but hope you enjoyed this video. Hope everyone has an awesome New Year's, and we will see you next time on Searching for Hits with Eric. Hope everyone has an awesome New Year's. Take care, everybody.